Hello and welcome to ARK, complete series. Well, we're on Aberration and we're over at our forwarding base where we're cooking up some metal ingots. Thanks to Arthur down there, we can mine these two nodes that are just down that path there. We get a lot of metal out of those. We get like well over 2,000 out of the two of them. And we then just bring them back here to the forges to turn them into metal ingots. So that's gonna be a lot better going forward because we'll then start to be able to make a lot more bullets, make a lot more shotgun shells, tranq darts, and so on. I mean, we've got a major head start, to be honest, by the fact we've been able to find a loot crate that allows us to download from the system. So it allowed me to get access to Arthur and Buffy and for instance, all my armor, all my tools, all my weapons. It's made life a heck of a lot easier. But the trouble is, we need to progress further into the map. That means we're going to be running into more dangerous dinos. We're going to be running into the Nameless, which is, yeah, that's a whole other ball game. So we've got ourselves an actual Ravager pack, and the plan was to start breeding those. We'll actually, breed the male and the female there that we've got. I want the best three stats out of those two, so it's a case of the health and the weight of the male, the melee of the female. So I want all three of those onto a breeding pair that can then get us a pack, and then we can go out and start exploring. But before we do that, it just dawned on me, actually I can make my life a whole lot easier still. That means going in search of a loot crate that keeps on giving. See you shortly. Aha! I finally found a loot crate. Seem to be moving around. I've found 3 so far, but the other 2 haven't respawned, so hopefully... Ooh, I've got a bit of time on this one left. Right, so... I'm just listening because I thought I heard something. Right, so here's a few things. I've been over to the island, and I thought, actually, there are a lot of things I can get from the island, including this beastie here. So, we are downloading Scarlet, and I am going to get myself all of the goodies that I actually went and decided to upload to the beacon. So we've got some polymer, we've got all of this kibble. I don't know why, for some strange reason, in the last episode I totally forgot about the fact that I could just get the blowing kibble from the island. So it was a case of, yeah, let's go back there, make sure we've got plenty and bring it over. So I've got other things like the fabricator there, I've got an electrical generator. I don't need any of this stuff now. That's going to make my life a heck of a lot easier. We don't really need that, so I'm just going to leave that there. Right, so I'm just going to give this saddle to Scarlet here. I'm just going to move her out of the way. So, nothing particularly wonderful that we've got there, because I mean, while I was like doing like the breeding and learned that these Spinos can, give you a lot more XP per level. I only went out and got myself like a 150. I wasn't bothered about any stats. But then I thought, well, actually, since we can actually download a Spino, why not actually breed one that will bring over to Aberration? So that's what I was doing while I was on the island. So I've made all these things, topped all this lot up to so I've got a total of 100 of each type. I brought some of the polymer over there. We've got a refrigerator, we've got a fabricator, plus the electric stuff will go with it. I thought, well, actually, while I'm on it, I'll make myself a preserving bin. But part of the reason for Scarlet is that, I mean, Buffy's great. The plan was to use her for things like caves and what have you. She can probably get picked up by a Carcanos, for instance, whereas don't see that happening to Scarlet here. So, like I say, nothing special, no mutations or anything like that, but she is fully imprinted. She's just getting started, so she needs quite a lot of XP. So I'll be taking her out with the pack. That's the plan. Right, what have you got on you? Because, to be honest, we're going to put her into cryo, and I'm going to go back with Scarlet, and then we are actually going to get started making ourselves an actual Ravager pack. Because the plan is, if I go out with a Spino, I mean, she's a big lumbering hulk, I must admit. But I'm pretty sure she's going to be well cool. If you're curious, I mean, there's actually 2 metal nodes down there. If you head further along in this direction, there's actually some more metal crates, metal nodes, I must admit. Because I stumbled on this lot while I was looking for things. We head in that. See there's some metal nodes down there. So if you actually want to set yourself up a reasonable, you know, place, I mean, somewhere near here, there's three metal nodes there. You've got your charging node over there. And I just realised, can I actually get back? Oh, killed a glowbug. Oh yes, we can get back. I was starting to panic then. I'm thinking I'm going to have to put her into a cryopod to be able to get back up. But yeah, that's a total like 5 metal nodes there. Maybe if you set yourself a base in this area away from those metal nodes, you get a ton of metal. But this is just... Sorry, didn't see you there. So it's a case of I don't have a Rex to go around on, but I mean the stamina on this thing seems to be lasting quite a lot longer than I was expecting, to be honest. So I'm just running around. I mean, she's just got a basic saddle on her. Nothing fancy. I'm surprised I didn't pick up a decent blueprint in my travels on the island. Right, come on you. But this is just basically up from the original base that we had. I mean, the first loot crate that we found was just ahead of us on the right. I don't know why, but that one I haven't seen it respawn lately. I mean, that's where I was heading for, because our base is down there. That's our original base. So I just came up all the way up there looking for that original loot crate. Didn't find it. There's a blue one. Seriously, things are getting in the way. There's a blue crate that's down by the water area, and that hasn't spawned lately. So I've just been out wandering looking for another one, and sure enough I just happened to find that one. So that's good. I don't know what like the respawn timers are on this map for those loot crates. Murphy's Law, I'll get back and it's probably respawned down there anyway. There is a blue one that respawns down there. The trouble is it spawns underneath the water. You've actually got to go into the water. Not a problem when you've got like a baryonyx or whatever. I mean, I actually used that one to upload myself to the island. Oh, I was really trying to hit the actual the raptor. But yeah, there's a one actually spawns down here. But once we get like into the tech era anyway, I mean, we're gonna have life will be a heck of a lot easier. But it's usually down about here somewhere that the blue one spawns. But now that we've got a Spino, I think things are going to become a lot easier. I mean, it's funny. It's like a big lumbering dog when it's running around. But I mean, it's actually bloody fast. We've got our water buff there. The dino's speed, health regeneration, and damage are boosted. Ooh, there's a Ravager. Hello, Ravager. Goodbye, Ravager. Hello, Raptor. Goodbye, Raptor. Oh, another Raptor. That's that Raptor finished with. Oh, and there's a Raptor down there. Bye-bye, Parasaur. Bye-bye, Raptor. It was nice knowing you. Have a bit more health. There you go, that's going to make my life a heck of a lot easier. Now, if you didn't know, there's actually some of those silica pearls down here. So this is a good place to go looking for silica pearls if you need them. Not a massive amount, but a reasonable amount, especially if they respawn fairly quickly. Oh, there's a Sargo. Seriously? Scarlet man, seriously, we've got a Sargo here. You need to get rid of it. It's going to be a problem if you don't. Oh, what do you know? You got another level. But I must admit, I really like these plants. So I'm going to stand around here and wait while Scarlet here gets healed. Because her health's going to go pretty much quicker just standing around next to this plant, basically. And then we're going to head back to our little forwarding post. Where we'll start breeding our Ravager pack. See you shortly. Right then, so we're now back at base and I've got these two Ravagers breeding away because I need a breeding pair. Now, the trouble is, although I managed to get a male, I mean, I've gone through quite a few. I don't have the benefit of getting like eggs. These are not egg-laying dinos, so it's not as if I can just get them to breed. You know, we'll get a load of eggs pop up into that S+ hatchery and that, and come back after a while and check. I've literally got to check every single baby when it's born to see if it's the right one that I'm looking for. Now, I have gotten this one eventually. Now, this is a male, and he's got all of the stats that I'm looking for. He's got the health, he's got the weight, and he's got the melee. Out of both of those two. Trouble is, he's maturing so slowly. I suspect it's the server settings aren't the way I intended them to be, so I'm going to have to check. It should have been replicated from the islands ones, but I'm going to have to stop the game and find out, because otherwise this is just going to take me too long. But in the meanwhile, at least we've got our fabricator up and running. We've got our power over there, so we can, you know, power our fabricator, and also our refrigerator. So I'm able to keep this kibble in here and for a lot longer as well. Now that we've got ourselves a power generator. I mean, we've got some wires hidden inside of the actual foundation. This is S+, and I've also just hidden the outlet and hidden the sparks as well. But we should be able to, you know, repair our chainsaw, for instance, keep things fresh for longer. The plan going forward is I'm going to be using Scarlet to go out and do our searching. I was going to use Buffy, but Scarlet will be better. Now, I do still want the Ravager pack anyway, because Ravagers are just well cool. I love them. But yeah, I need to fix this problem first. So I'm going to go off and do a bit of investigation, find out what my problem is, fix that, and then I'll bring you back. Well, I don't know what happened there, but the server settings are on the defaults. I mean, my other settings have been pulled across from the server intact. It's just the maturation speed and the cuddle time, for instance, they're just gone back to the default. So the good news is this one's now maturing at a much quicker rate. I thought this would be he'd be just stuck there going at a slower rate. Fortunately not, as it turns out, so that's a good sign. I mean, I know there's some settings, I'm trying to think, I think it's like the mating interval. Once they're stuck with a certain mating interval, it doesn't matter if you reboot the server, even if the settings change, you're just stuck with it. So, like, you know, if they're going to wait, I don't know, a day or so before they can mate again, you're just stuck with it. But yeah, that's quite lucky. That I'm pleased with that. So it's not going to take too long for him to mature. Now this female has popped out, but she doesn't. She's got the health, she's got the weight, she doesn't have the melee. So, I mean, I could breed these two when they're mature, but I'm going to keep these two breeding together because I still need a female with all three stats. So it's possible they might actually give me a female much quicker than these two mature anyway. So I'll just keep this all going, and then once we've got our breeding pair, I'll bring you back. Well, we've done quite a bit of breeding here. Didn't actually take that long, well, especially once I've fixed the actual blue and server settings, obviously. But I was extremely lucky. I've ended up with twins here. And even better, it wasn't just like twins, it was a case of a male and a female. I assume that was just one of you having a poop. Yeah, so really lucky. Twins, and one was male, one was female. So they're identical. So I've got them there breeding away. We'll get our first Ravager out of those two, and they'll be used for our pack. I mean, to be honest, I could just take these ones out, quite frankly, but, you know, the idea is, by getting a pack from these two, if I lose anybody, I'll just basically come back and get them to breed some more. So it's keeps me covered, saves me having to keep going out getting ones that I have to tame every so often. But the plan is we'll be going out with Scarlet, and actually the first thing we're going to be looking for is Bulbdogs. Because we got Deefer early on in the game. As soon as I pretty much spawned into this map, I just saw a Bulbdog and I decided, oh, I'll go and tame him. Now, he was tamed with the Aquatic Mushrooms, but there is an actual better option, which is, I think it's the plant species. Yeah, it's the plants, the seed that they spit out. They spit one out every so often. And the plan is I'll use one of, I'll be gathering quite a few of those to go out and start taming high-level Bulbdogs. Because basically I want the light to last as long as possible. That to me is easy. I mean, if it recharges quickly, that's great, but to be honest, the longer it lasts, the better anyway. So we could go out, you know, we'll be doing small excursions where we're going out for a certain amount of time, then we'll just come back to base, in which case, you know, these little dudes can just recharge themselves there and then anyway. And I really need decent light pets up against the boss anyway, so I may as well do that now. Because, well, yeah, we're going to be heading out deeper into the map anyway, so I may as well do that now, since we're going to go up against even the Nameless, and I want a decent light pet. So, first things first is... ooh, twins, that was handy. That was extremely handy. Right, come on you two. So I just need another 2 after this. So we're going to get these 2 bred up. I'll do what I can as far as imprinting goes. Oh, there, that's handy. Nicely lined up. So we'll get these bred up, get them imprinted as best I can. I've got about, what, around about 4.5 minutes between each one. And then I'm going to go in search of high-level Bulbdogs. So, once we've got these all done, I'll bring you back. Well, we've got ourselves a crew. I've actually gone for 2 males, 2 females, because I figure if one of these actually, you know, buys the farm, at least we'll get our mate boosting still going on. I noticed there was some Ravagers up here, so it's time to give these beasties here a run for their money. Except for the fact they've got stuck on us. Go on! Oh, that shows an improvement, mind. So that was a 95, so they were hitting for like well over 100 versus about, I think it was, well, it was a lot less than that. So they're not doing too bad. I mean, you know, good bleeding damage going on there, but they're doing pretty well. The only trouble is they get stuck on the rocks. So sometimes what I have to do is I have to whistle them to go somewhere else to get around that. Or be a case of having to sometimes back up and yeah. Oh, there you go, you're caught up. So we're going to be heading in this general direction. I'm trying to find where I had this seed. I don't know whether I left it at the old base or whether I've just lost it. Because basically I want to try and test that versus these aquatic mushrooms. I want to see what the mushrooms are like in comparison, because we should be getting much better taming effectiveness with the seed, but the trouble is you're going to have to wait, I think it's like quarter of an hour, I think about 16 minutes before you get another seed. So I mean that's a lot of seeds I'll need to collect if I'm going to be taming a lot of these Bulbdogs. So it'll be interesting to make a comparison and see is it worth my while, because I mean I've got my taming settings set pretty high. We're on time 6. Yeah, this is the one downside of going out with a pack. I've got to make sure that they're all behind me, otherwise they'll just get stuck and I'll lose them. But anyway, we're going to head up to the other base, see if I can find my seed, otherwise I'll go and have to get another one. And then what we'll do is go looking for high-level Bulbdogs. See you in a while. Well, not surprisingly, someone's got stuck again. Oh, there it is. Oh man, it's just crazy having these things. It gets so easily stuck. I mean, look at that. It puts its head in the actual rock for some strange reason. But the good thing is, I've actually found a level 150 Bulbdog. Now, oh, that was you. What I found is, I mean, with my actual taming setting set to 6, I could actually get away with just using the aquatic mushrooms to tame one of these beasties, but I've got these seeds, so I'm going to make a comparison. I actually left one at the original base, so I'm going to try one of these out of curiosity and see what the difference is. So this is... oh! So for me it just took 1. Right, that's a... I'm surprised, to be honest. Right, you stay there. Right, so what are you then? So you're a male. So you've got 704. I mean, he's on 992. To be fair, though, I mean, Tifa here, I mean, he had much lower. I mean, I've just been pushing all of this, all of the points into his charge capacity. I think I put 1 point into his regen, so that's 223 versus. Look at the difference there. 691 on regen, 322 on range versus 159. So Yeah, I mean to be fair, I mean going from a level 11 here to a 150 is a big jump. But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this little dude into a cryopod. That's what we need to do. Then we need to go out and search for the bulldogs. I mean, I'll definitely need some females. Or, well, males, females, doesn't matter. As long as I get one male and one female, then we can do our breeding and get the stats transferred. I mean, I know there's a 130 down there. I didn't particularly know whether it was a male or a female though, but I do want to go out and search of more, because I went right up to the start area, and there were a lot of just lower level ones. So this is coming down here is where I've started to find like higher level ones. That might just be a coincidence though, to be fair. I mean, I've seen like level 100s, but yeah, only 2 of them pretty high. So we're just going to keep wandering around, and oh, there you go. There's an explorer note. You could do with that. Assume you're going to step on it. You're going to step on it. Oh. So what do you get for that? You get 2 levels, right? We'll put that into your health. Why not? So I'm just going to keep wandering around, but those plant species seeds definitely help. Although in my case, as I say, I mean, I won't actually drop any levels if I just fed them these aquatic mushrooms. It'll take time in comparison, but yeah, it doesn't make any difference to me. But you've got to go up to those plants and you've got to wait for about 15 minutes, I think it is, 15 or 16, and then I'll spit one of these out. The only downside is, yeah, it's going to take a heck of a lot longer, no matter which way I play it. I can either just stick to the aquatic mushrooms and it'll take them longer to tame, or I can... Oh, it's a Carno. I can either stick to the aquatic mushrooms and it'll take me longer to tame them, or I can just hang around the actual plants that are around and get myself a lot of seeds. So, yeah. But it doesn't really make that much difference either way. Look at that. Are you stuck? And that's another one. Now I'm stuck on you. That's the other downside I'm finding. if they don't get stuck on something, I'll get stuck on them. Right. So that's 2 of them. Right. I better go back and get these other ones, assuming I can get off. Right. See you in a while. Right. I think we better go and rescue this Bulbdog over here. Ooh, we get a bonus because we're in water, but I need to take these Ravagers out. Where is it? Oh, everybody! Oh dear! Everybody's over on this over on that side, are they? Right. Yeah, I was just looking across the shore, and I can see there's a 130 Bulbdog over there, and I'm thinking, you know, that either these Ravagers are going to eat it, or the raptor that was there was going to eat it. Seriously, are you lot just... What is it with you lot? Yeah, I mean, I can tell them to go somewhere if I can. Sometimes I can whistle them somewhere and they'll move. Sometimes they'll just like... Seriously, you lot, you're gonna... I don't know. I think the name... Whenever I get like a raptor pack, I usually give them these sort of names. It seems much more fitting now. In the case of these lot, they're just constantly getting stuck on things. I mean, that's the benefit of these like Ravagers, is they get pack bonuses, but the reality is they're more of a hassle than an actual help, because they just get so easily stuck on things. Right, so I think this one was the 130 there, so... Oh, crap, I was trying to use the actual aquatic mushrooms. I wanted to do a comparison, but never mind, it's a bit late. I'll have to find another one now to do that with. Right, so this is a 130... Oh, I really could have done with a female. No offense, like, you know. Right, so now we're going to have to go and find ourselves at least one female out there. I mean, I've been searching all over there. I think we'll head back up in that general direction. Well, I suppose I could head around here and have a look. Because they just wander all over the place, these little Bulbdogs. I think the glow bugs are something, the ones that are in the caves, or is that what these things are? What are these? These are... Yeah, that's a glow bug. It's the little lizards that are the light pets. You'll find them in that cave over there, as far as I recall. But anyway, I need to test out my mushrooms next to see how they compare. Because I mean, I'm getting these things tamed with just one seed, and I remember it took quite a few mushrooms to tame up Defa. So, well, I'm gonna have a comparison. So I'm just gonna keep wandering around. Once I find another decent one, I'll bring you back. Well, we're back up at the start area, and I've actually ended up taking those Ravagers back to base, to be honest. They just keep getting stuck on things. They're more of a hindrance than a help. But at least I found a female over here. So I think she was a 120. So well, may as well tame her. So I mean, if you think we had those seeds before and we were getting things tamed with just one seed, so just out of comparison, let's see how we do with these aquatic mushrooms. So that's about almost 30% for one mushroom. So I mean, I don't expect to lose any levels. It's just going to take me longer, that's all. But yeah, the alternative was just waiting around for that plant to keep spitting out the seeds. But I mean, at least it gives us you know, something else to tame these things with. So 39, yeah, roughly 30% for me. So that's not bad, because I mean my taming settings are 6. I mean if you were on an official server on the default settings, you'd be better off using the seeds. But I'm going to tame her up, and then we'll go out and get ourselves a few more. Actually, that's not taking too bad now that I think about it. Normally dinos take ages when you're doing like passive tames. It just takes forever. Seriously, dude, you're getting in the way. So I'm quite pleased that that's going a lot quicker. So we'll get all this well, let's see all this. We'll get this little bulldog here tamed up. There we go. 728. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, I'm going to pop her into a cryopod, and then we're going to go out and search for some more. And then once we've got all of our different little bulbdogs to start breeding with, I'll bring you back. Well, I've been out and about searching for bulbdogs now. I've actually got quite a few of them. I don't know what it is. Whenever I like try to put them somewhere, they always seem to go where I don't expect them to. So I'm pointing in like that direction towards the Spino. It's going off to the right for some strange reason. I'm trying to line them up. It's just, I think maybe I've got to like just look in the wrong direction or something, and they'll go where I think they'll go. And anyway, I've got 3 now here, where this one's got the highest capacity. So I mean, it's easy enough to see on that one because it's actually got it above its head, like how much capacity it's got in total versus how much it's actually got at the moment in readiness. So this one is the highest. Now that's a male. I've got this male here. I've called him Radius because he's got the largest radius emissions, which for me it's a 333. Fortunately, I do have a female. Now she's got the highest charge regeneration, so I want to get all 3 stats off of those, so that they're all various combos. I mean, that'll have been a 150 at some point. I'm getting some like 135s, 140s, but I ended up with quite a lot of them actually. My place is just chock-a-block with all these little bulbdogs, and it makes a big difference because this is a 224 here. So that was 150 when I tamed it. You can see the charge, like the charge capacity isn't that good. 704 versus 100654. Regen of 691 versus 800. The emission range on that one is 322 versus what I've found on one of those, which is 333 out there. So yeah, as ever, it's a case of, you know, the 150s aren't always necessarily the best ones. So quite a few combos there. We'll have to fight. I mean, there's a lot of good colours, I must admit. I might keep some of them just to breed in the colours, but for now, I need to get these little beasties breeding so we can get all 3 stats off of them. Then we can start turning ourselves to getting an actual breeding pair again. So I may as well pick Defa back up. But it means I'll have a much better Bulbdog when we go up against the boss fight, and while I'm out there up against the Nameless. So I'm going to get started with my breeding. I'll bring you back. Oh wow, we've got a lot of Bulbdogs. I mean, yeah, I mean the plan was to sort of like get the best of 3 stats. And I was like part way through and it suddenly dawned on me that, to be honest, I really should be like looking for like a decent amount of health as well while I'm at it. So I ended up finding one that's got the highest health. So I was running 2 breeding lines at the time. Let's see. I mean, these two here, the male and the female here, one's the male breeder, one's the female breeder. So they've got the best of 4 stats. So at some point I was breeding charge and radius together. And I ended up with a female. And I was breeding health and regen, so I got a male there. So these are the offspring out of those 2 different lines that I was going for. So these 2 have got the actual stats, but then I was thinking, to be honest, I should really take the colour from somewhere. I mean, I do like the yellow dots that this one's got. Now the female here has actually got those. She's got a bit of a black top, but at least she's got the yellow dots. But I like the blue, you know, the blue body that this one's got. I was having a bit of a look around. I mean, there's a few different colours we've got, but I really could do with the blue from this female here. So the plan is we'll get this male here to breed with her. We want his, basically, well, yeah, we literally want his stats, otherwise there's no point. But we'll get his stats, and I want a male that's got her blue body, but his 4 stats. So I'll basically, I want a level 257 that's blue. Then what we can do is breed that male, because it's got to be male since I've got a female here. And we can get the yellow dots off her. I'm just looking at the underbellies. I mean, he's got like an orange underbelly. I don't know how orange and blue would go, to be honest. That's a nice lighter colour. This one's, I think it's slightly green. I don't know, it's a bit difficult to tell. I mean, what... You've got like a black underbelly, haven't you? Yeah, so I can see me doing a bit more breeding here, so I'll be back in a while. Right then, so here are my 2 finished versions. So I've got a choice of this one. I don't quite like that one, I must admit, but I've got to admit I like that one as well. I'm on the fence because it's like they both look good. So they've got the yellow dots, they've got the blue back, and they've just got slightly different coloured underbellies. It's a difficult choice. Incidentally, if you're wondering what all the bright light is, it's all these. There's a lot of them. There's a couple more over there, but there's a lot of them. So I've got this nice, wonderful source of light. Look at them all. I actually found out I ran out of slots available for the number of tames. It actually got to a point where the game just wouldn't let me tame anymore. I couldn't claim any more of the babies because I'd hit a limit. Apparently it's like 40 tames per tribe or something, so I've worked it up to 500, rebooted the server, and I think that's solved it. But yeah, so all of these, they've all got the little lights turned on, so it gives me like tons of light. It's brilliant. But anyway, what do you do under circumstances like this? I mean, do I just like toss a coin? Well, actually no. This is who we're going with. This little dude here. Let's turn your little light on so we can see you a bit better. So this is Hugh. You know, I had to come up with a name, so I've called him Hugh. There are other names I could have given him, but no, that's what we're going to call him. So he's a product of, let's see, who did we go through for you? So you're a product of an M breeder and a Bulbdog. I'm assuming these 2 here, because I was literally trying to get these 2 to breed, and I was trying to get the belly off the one on the left onto the one on the right, and that's how we eventually, eventually we ended up with that. I mean, it didn't take me too long to get that one in comparison, but trying to get that one, man, that was a real struggle. But as it turns out, Hugh here has actually got a mutation. He's got a mutation in his range. So I thought, well, what the heck, we'll keep him. So he's got like a little blue underbelly a bit. It's a bit difficult to tell. I'll see if I can put him in there. The trouble is we're in a like 10% day and 90% night. It's early. Well, it's just getting towards like lunchtime, and yet it's just so dark. And hence the reason for all our little light bulbs out here. So yeah, he's got like a little He's got a blue underbelly, which is interesting. So he's got like that little bit of cream around his feet there. But he's mostly just all blue. It's blue hue. Class. Anyway, I've had enough of breeding Bulbdogs. I've gone through that many of them. It's just getting crazy. I'm not going to go into sort of like mutations. That was just a bit of luck. So the plan is we'll keep this little dude here. He's going to be helping us going forward. Because the next thing to do really is we need to get deeper into the map. I mean, I've been out quite a distance, and that was literally while I've been searching for Bulbdogs. We need to find somewhere that's got a constant source of water, which is relatively safe, and I'm pretty sure I know where we're heading to next, but that's all for another episode. Well, thanks for making it to the end of this episode. I really do hope you enjoy it. If so, then please leave a like, as it'll encourage YouTube's algorithms to suggest the video to others who might like it as well. If you have any tips or tricks for ARK, then please leave them in a comment below, as it would benefit anyone watching this. So, I appreciate any feedback at all, even if it's just to say hello. If you're new to the channel, then consider subscribing. It's free. Just remember to click the little bell icon though, as you should get reminders then when new content goes out. And if you'd like to support the channel, then consider becoming a Patreon. Alternatively, there's the option to make a one-off contribution through PayPal. I've left links for both options in the description below. But above all, I hope you like watching these videos as much as I enjoy playing ARK. Bye!